Flamingos are pink. That's a fact. And you might be thinking, well, that's not really a fact. It's obvious that flamingos are pink. Well, hold on. You might think it's obvious that flamingos are pink, but there's actually a real reason why they are this way. So stay tuned to find out why flamingos are pink in today's big question. Hi, I'm here with Minute Earth. So flamingos are pink. You knew that. But when flamingos hatch, their feathers aren't pink. They're white. Then, over the course of their first year, their feathers gradually turn pink. And you might think this is because they eat lots of pink shrimp and krill, which is true. But it turns out that flamingos could totally be any color. See, flamingos get their pink hue from carotenoids, which are compounds found in lots of different foods, including shrimp and krill, and also algae and certain fruits. Carotenoids are what give carrots their orange color and autumn leaves their yellow, orange, and red colors. And carotenoids come in a whole bunch of different chemical structures, which means that animals that eat them can end up a whole bunch of different colors, like the green color of parrots or the red color of cardinals. So why do flamingos end up pink? Well, it has to do with how these compounds are structured. See, many carotenoids have alternating single and double bonds between their carbon atoms, and those double bonds absorb light. In general, the more double bonds a carotenoid has, the more energy, aka, the higher the frequency of light it can absorb. And that means it can look more blue. Lots of flamingos' favorite foods, like shrimp and krill, contain carotenoids that absorb blue light. So when flamingos eat these foods, they're getting lots of carotenoids that have lots of double bonds. But the carotenoids that give fruits and vegetables their red hues don't have as many double bonds. So they absorb lower energy, lower frequency light, like yellow and green. As a result, flamingos that eat lots of these kinds of carotenoids end up looking more yellow. And it turns out that flamingos' favorite foods give them just the right amount of both types of carotenoids to make them look, well, pink. In other words, flamingos' diet gives them just enough blue and yellow to make them pink. If they ate only foods with carotenoids that give them lots of blue, they'd look way more blue. If they only ate foods that gave them lots of yellow, they'd look way more yellow. But because they eat a nice mix of both, they end up just so pink. And while we're talking about flamingos, let's talk about our friends at Brilliant. Brilliant is an interactive online learning platform with thousands of lessons in science, computer science, and math. And they've recently added a ton of new interactive lessons about data science and AI. Whether you want to know how AI learns, what neural networks are, or how data scientists keep track of AI's training, Brilliant has you covered. I even have my own course on Brilliant where I teach you about large language models and how to evaluate them. Plus, there are courses on data visualization, machine learning, and even quantum computing. And Brilliant has something for everyone! Whether you're interested in taking one of their new AI courses or brushing up on your scientific thinking skills. Thanks for watching this Minute Earth video, and thanks to Brilliant for supporting it.